Dear Bestie, it's day 437 in quarantine. Or is it day 3? Well, anyway, as I write this, I can hear the sound of paper rubbing together. I thought it was a fire, but I think it's just my hands. Anyway, I hope you're well. Things are okay here. Staying in isn't that bad. I'm making the best out of things. Found some really interesting things to watch on Netflix.
Next on My Strange Obsession.
This is Eli. Eli has an odd obsession. He's madly in love with his rubber band. The first time Eli met Robin, she was sitting alone in his desk drawer. He describes the first date as love at first pull.
It could be good. We don't go out that often, but when we do, it's a pretty big deal. Y'all want to the front steps? Let me get dressed. Okay, let's go. It's weird how you start to realize things about yourself you never knew. Like how much of a clean freak I am.
Hey.
Everybody took a shower today, or?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Did you?
Cool.
Did you shower?
Yeah, I take a shower every day. I just wear the same clothes.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay.
Oh, also, I've been doing a lot of research on current events. Remind me to share some of my findings with you. What? We're gonna need way more toilet paper. Anyway, despite what's going on, I hope you're taking care of yourself. They say this virus can live under your shoes or even be airborne, so be careful. But don't worry about me, Best. I've been taking all the precautions possible, and I'm optimistic, I really think we'll be out of this pretty... Hey, Bestie. It's Motive Monday. Aren't you glad that we have this? Like, how else will we know what day it is? Not a clue. So happy. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, I'm Melo. This is The Motive with Melo. And really, this channel is all about breaking barriers, breaking those limitations that we set for ourselves, how we get in our own heads, or how we don't get in our own heads and we need to. This is the space that I created for us to be able to do that, so we can talk about it and get through it. Anyway, Bestie, I could not wait to talk to you because I just kept thinking about us all week. Like, has it really set in? Like, what's going on here and the time that we're being given right now? Like, literally, you shouldn't even be coming out of this quarantine the same way you came in. You need to be thinking about yourself like this is your hero story. You know what I'm saying? You should be coming out like Neo from The Matrix, T'Challa, Black Panther, like Tom Hanks. Maybe not Tom Hanks. Seriously, Bestie, this time that we have here is not just about waking up at 2 in the afternoon, eating dinner for breakfast, binge watching a show, and doing 18 million TikToks a day. I mean, but speaking of TikTok though, did you see my TikTok the other day? Did you see that? Like, I was killing it. Seriously, don't distract me. Listen, you could forget about trying to come out of Armageddon the same way you walked in it, because we didn't go through all this for nothing, okay? So, first things first, let's confront some of those webs that you got on your walls. It sounds so much better in your head when you think about it. And then you say it and it's like, what was that? We're going to make it work. Now, Bestie, this is going to require some honesty. So I'm going to need you not to get uptight and anxious and, oh my God. No. I'll tell you what. I'll go first. And I'll share what's at the top of my web of worries and how that number one concern of mine actually trickles down into my life. My biggest concern is the opinion of others. That's what I discovered about myself. Someone who's overly concerned with the opinions of others may also be a people pleaser. And if you're a people pleaser, self-explanatory, right? You're most likely not prioritizing yourself. You're looking to make sure that everybody else is okay, that you're in good standing with everybody else around you, and then you can focus on you. Someone like this might also have an issue with boundaries. Being able to set boundaries is really, really important. But if you're overly concerned with the opinions of others, you might not know how to set boundaries in personal relationships or even boundaries at work. That could be really hard, but it makes sense, right? Because you aren't the priority. The priority is always other people. And now if your priority is really based on other people most of the time, then you're going to have a big problem. And that's going to probably turn into resentment. Because that's when you hit the ceiling and you realize, wait a second, I've been giving out all this energy. I've been prioritizing all these people. But why isn't their energy reciprocated? Well, someone who's overly concerned with the opinions of others will absolutely run into an issue with resentment and hold all of that anger in. I'll give you another example. Someone with trust issues. Someone who is overly concerned with how to trust will most likely have problems being negative or finding the negative in a lot of situations. Now, someone that can find the negative in almost every situation will most likely project their own irrational fears onto other people. Now, if someone is capable of projecting irrational fears into other people, they are most likely having a really hard time keeping relationships, meaningful ones at that. Because someone who's overly concerned with trusting others never really gave anyone a real shot. So you see how just one part of your personality could create this web of worries and actually create this false sense of protection, this sense that you've got it together, but you're really just living a really difficult life. And if you can acknowledge the thing that needs change, then you can change it. Just take a breath, sweetie. We are all crazy. I'm sorry to tell you. Nuts. So Bestie, the motive today is acknowledgement. I want you to think about the one thing that concerns you the most, one of them, and then try and think about 2 or 3 behaviors that come as a result of that concern. Oh, wait, before you go, don't forget to like this video. Oh, and tell your little friends that you be hanging out with to subscribe to the channel. But then also, like, if they come and they subscribe, then we're all gonna be besties. I really think this through.